welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I would like to welcome you outside on this very sunny day to plant some asparagus crowns. Yes, my asparagus came in and it's time to get them in the ground while I have time to do so. This is the beginning of the garden, y'all. Slow but steadily, we're going to keep growing things, so let's take a look at them. Okay, they came in and I got them in some water so they could rehydrate. Now some of them don't look so hot. This is the Mary Washington. I'm hoping they're going to pull through. I don't know if that's paper or what that is, but these are asparagus crowns. And I am so looking forward to getting these back to growing. It's the same ones I had at the other house. And then here's my favorite of them all. And these are huge and healthy. This is the purple passion asparagus. Look at those big healthy roots on them. I am so thankful to have these once again. And I like how they use little wristbands to bundle them up. So now I'm not going to get all of these in this raised bed, but I'm going to try to get as many. Now these are 1 year crowns, so I'm not going to be able to harvest this year. I'm not going to be able to harvest next year. But in 2 years' time, I, I will be able to harvest lightly after that. Fourth year on, it's going to be on harvesting. So let's get started on planting these. These are going to go down there. Mary Washington is going to be up here. Now I already know some of them I'm going to have to put in grow bags before I can get them finished being planted. And yes, my raised bed is really full. The reason why is everything's going to end up settling down. Because this is fresh put in very well composted soil. And it's going to be wonderful because it's going to go down some. And this fall, I'll be able to cover the bed with cow or horse manure and fertilize it really good. All right, let's get to planting, y'all. Like I said, I'm going to fill the bed up with as many as I possibly can. I can always take some out later on to start another bed. Now, these need to be about 5 inches deep. Now, I've already amended with sand, and I've put a lot of and bone meal. I put some blood meal, chicken manure, and of course, as always, Epsom salt. Now, the fun thing with, hold on, I'm sliding. All right, milk crate and slippery pants do not work well together. Now, when planting asparagus, you want to make a little hill in the middle of the hole. That way, you can rest the root crown, the top of the crown on top. And the roots, you want to spread out. The easiest way to explain it is you want to spider the roots out. That way, fan them out, take those off. That was last year's little bitty spears that came up, which is a good sign. But they should have took them off. Now, you want to make sure that there's no air bubbles at all, because that will kill your roots. Now, this is chicken manure, blood meal, and a little bit of bone meal. And I'm going to cover that kind of up so it doesn't move. But I'm leaving it open for now so I can see where I have planted them. And I'm going to start another hole right here. You want to get them down fairly deep because they need at least to be 5 inches under the soil, the top of the root crowns. Like I said, make a little mound in the center of the hole. Take your little crown, be gentle with them. Any roots that look bad, go and take those off. This one had a bunch of them come up. Okay. Like I said, flare them out. And you want them to be sitting on a good sturdy base so they don't slide around or flip over. Because you definitely do not want them to end up sideways. Let's get one more over here on this side done. This is some beautiful, very, very rich composted soil. And like I said, make sure that you have a little mound made. Now you don't want it too close to the side of your bed. And I have found that the asparagus does way better for me in a raised bed than it does in the ground. Now that might not be true for other people, but I'm just speaking from my own experience. Clean up these crowns. Make sure the roots all look good and healthy. And like I said, spider them out. Make sure that there's roots going out. And make sure that there's no air pocket under that crown because that can kill it. I've been making sure to take any big sticks and rocks out because I want these roots to have a good chance to survive. Okay, I've got 3 planted. I got 7 more to go, which I don't think I'm going to get them all in here. So it's going to be, I'm going to put them in grow bags until I build another or get another raised bed ready for them. And I will bring y'all back here at the wall. Hey, I got all the Mary Washingtons planted because I figure there may be 1 or 2 that don't make it. You never know. No, my luck, they'll all make it. But I can always dig them up. But the Mary Washington doesn't make the big giant asparagus like the purple passion does. This is our favorite asparagus right here. It makes a beautiful, huge asparagus spear. And these are some Now these are beautiful root crowns. These are good, big, and healthy. The Mary Washington's was a little iffy. Now these will, if they're anything like the ones I had previously, they will make spears bigger around than my thumb and just as delicious. I've decided I'm gonna come back and do a shovel of dirt on or soil on each of the ones I have planted already, because everything's going to compact down during the growing season, because this is fresh filled up and there's going to be air pockets, like it or not. Not big ones, but little small ones, and everything will compact down. Not to the point where it can't grow, anything can grow, but it will compact down. Oh, these are pretty. These are so pretty and healthy. And amend. I cannot say fertilize them enough, because they are heavy feeders. And like I said, this fall, I will come in with either cow or composted cow or horse manure, and maybe some hay, and and cover this bed up and add a few more amendments to it. The more you feed them, the happier they will be. And like I said, they got to be at least 5 inches deep. And you still got to make that little, I call it little hill in the center of the hole, so that root crown, that crown that's buried here in the dirt, can have something to rest on. And you spider out the little roots. Because once they get into this rich, healthy soil, they're going to start growing like crazy. And yep, I know I'm planting them close, but that's okay. I can thin them out. I'm doing 3 across, 3 rows of 3, and 1 at the very end of the raised bed. Alright, I'm going to finish planting these beautiful purple passions, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, I got them planted. 10 purple passion, 10 Mary Washington, and I ended up with an extra purple passion. Now I'm going to cover the little holes with soil. You don't want to tamp too hard, just enough. In other words, tuck them in lightly. Alright, now we're going to water them in. The soil is already fairly moist. Alright, that should be good. And of course I see rocks that I need to get out. And it shouldn't be long since we've been up in the 70s that these babies will be sprouting soon. And I will bring y'all back and let y'all see it. Hold on a minute. Simple, easy, and organic, y'all. You can do it as well. You just need to have the asparagus crowns and a good place to put them. Like I said, I've planted these a little closer than I usually do, but that's so I can get them in the ground before the roots dry up. Once your asparagus crowns come in, you need to get them planted as soon as possible. And about an hour before you plant them, let their little roots soak in some water and get good and hydrated. And these should shoot up in no time, although I'm hoping everyone lives, but you never know. And there's a good chance this fall I will separate these, thin them out a little bit, and I'll bring y'all along for that. Now, if I'd had more beds, I wouldn't have planted them so closely together, and that way I don't have to separate them this or retransplant them this year or this fall. But it don't matter. Going to be growing some asparagus one way or another. And like I said, this is 1 year crowns. Can't harvest from them. 2 year crowns next year. Can't harvest from them. Well, you can harvest one spear per plant. Make sure that they have enough other spears because it's the ferns that you want to grow that will feed the crown so that it can produce more. The 3rd and 4th year, it's on. So simple, easy, growing organic. If I can do it, you can do it too. And I got dirt all over me, but guess what? Dirt don't hurt. Look at that. That's what you want to see. Dirty hands. Dirty hands, happy hearts. Everyone, take care, stay safe and sound. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please continue to stock up your pantry with foods that will nourish and sustain you. In 3 years, I'll be canning asparagus. Medicinals that will heal you, protection of all kinds, and above all else, the bare essentials to survive on. Everyone, take care, stay safe and sound, and may you each be blessed. Mwah! Hoot hoot. Love y'all. See you soon.